What is up, dudes? How are y'all doing? It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? My apologies for missing out on most of last week. Got a bit caught up in... Oh, hang on. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I got a bit caught up in a large abundance of work, and that in combination with just being generally really tired from the ongoing heat waves that we've been experiencing here kind of resulted in me just kind of needing a little bit of an extra break. But we're back. We're about to get extremely powerful by means of exterminating an entire biolab. Hopefully the audio is doing well, by the way. It seems like recent Windows updates have been doing more damage than good again, and audio levels and stuff are always constantly being messed with. And it does kind of suck. But, you know, dems be dems. But hopefully everybody just is doing well. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Loin, Steve, Martian, how are y'all doing? Good to see ya. So the big chance is that we're not going to make it with the way that this party is currently constructed. So what I'm planning on doing is spend a bit of time in the biolab, gaining a little bit more stats. But unfortunately, that does mean that the battle ranking thing is out of the window. I feel like I kind of missed a mark there when I didn't do dragons early. So we're kind of like in a middle tier battle rating now. The battle rating being a sort of dynamic system that allows you to get through the game at your own pacing, basically. Like, the less encounters you complete by defeating enemies, the lower your battle rating becomes, the lower the stats are of your enemies. The more you fight, the more you complete, the more stats you gain, the more difficult the game gets. So, basically, we're just gonna get strong. How are you liking the base, my dude? It was a lot of fun hanging out. Let's see, now I need to figure out how everybody was constructed. We got Tiger Rampage, we got Mystic Equipment, let's see. Also, please do go follow up Martian Dude, an excellent musician, recently got into bass playing, and has been playing some very good jams in the process. So please do go follow him up. One of the downsides, I've been kind of reading up on loot stat growth as well. Like, he develops fairly late in the game, so I'm kind of hoping that we'll at least get a few moves in, or spark a few moves, before it becomes a bit too ridiculous. Let's see, we got the Feyblade, we got the Mystic Gloves, okay, so you have bonus stats on that. I don't... Oh, it's Genbu. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That 8 across the board from the Kraken is pretty damn good, honestly. Okay, so we got a lot of moves that we can spark from this, at the very least. Get to see whether or not we're gonna spark a few good ones. Let's start with that. Let's see. Okay, so you don't have anything equipped on that. You don't have anything equipped on that. It's a pretty interesting combination having two Mystics in party, to be honest. Mystics have the ability to absorb enemies and add their stats to their own. And this allows them to like very suddenly have like a power spike happen. I don't know what I just picked up. Huh. Unfortunately, the byproduct for this is that eventually the battle rating is going to go up, which means that we're going to encounter stuff like Dullahan and stuff. Which also makes the final boss harder to beat. But as it is right now, there is no way that I'm going to get through phase 2, no matter how I look at it. Ooh. That's an absorb right there. Because there are 2 moves that instantaneously kill loot, which is the fire breath, I think, and the trample. The other ones do damage in correspondence to the remaining HP. So you have the big attack with the claws coming in. That does like a set 25%, I think, of remaining HP to the entire party. Same with the guns, or the guns does it based on max HP. I'm not quite sure how that works. But Time Lord is definitely soaking in some good HP right now. One thing I need to do is make sure to equip the fire necklace. The bass is a magnificent instrument. I should really send mine in for maintenance at some point. I've been postponing that for quite some time. Oh right, I never checked out what the stat boost was that I got. Whoa! Gremlin touch, very casually annihilating a character. Wait, you had the backpack, right? Yeah. Nope, that's the end of loot. This is kind of the downside of this sort of limbo phase that we're in, where nothing quite hits hard enough, but everything that hits you instantaneously kills you. And that kind of sucks. Because, like, it's a shitload of damage that you keep getting per hit, and it's pretty hard to mitigate all of that. I do have Reign of Life, but that's about all I have right now. So might as well dead end. Ooh, mobility up, that's pretty huge. So what has everybody been up to in my absence? Hopefully been playing some good video games. I've been playing through the insanity that is Gears of War 4 and 5. I never quite realized just how ridiculous that series gets. But, like, the 5th game is kind of wild so far. It's pretty glitchy. Like, it doesn't function as well as you'd expect it to, but it's still a lot of fun. Nothing in the Mystic Boots, and still nothing there. Oh, I want to see if I can get Mr. Thim to get Rolling Cradle. That's going to be hilarious. Had like 3 days last week and this week where I just looked at my Steam list and then proceeded to play fuck all. I have those moments as well. Sometimes it can be pretty difficult to get started. Or you have that thing where you start like 5 or 6 games and aren't quite able to make the most out of either of them. Or any of them. Is it either or any? You're finally free from the shackles of 6-2. Okay, so we have one there. Okay, that's 16 in strength and 16 in concentration. That's not bad. Which one absorbed? Okay, that's 18 in intelligence for the Trent and 18 in psychic. I had no nostalgia to push me through the pain of a level just pure rage and hate. Yeah, that sheep is going to town, good lord. I know that feeling. It's just like, the downside to it is it's just a really, really rough level no matter how you look at it. It's very long, it's very easy to lose lives on very stupid little platforms. And there's that one puzzle that requires you to kind of understand a little bit more of the way that you can incorporate the jumping mechanic. DH. I'll destroy all humans. I want to do Bioshock 1. Nice. I've been wanting to replay Bioshock 1 for a while now. Just haven't gotten around to it. Let's see. This might be a good idea to just go absolutely ballistic. What is Tiger Rampage? Please rolling cradle. Holy shit. Okay, that's a very cool move. Here I am at 29 with like 40% of my hair solid opaque white. Hey, if you can rock that, that's a good look. Let's be real here. Didn't they announce that the original voice actress of Shodan is coming back for the System Shock remake? Or was that for System Shock 3? Seriously, it's been nothing but sirens here for the past 3 hours. Oh boy. I had to get rid of part of my beard. Because I've been, I'm gonna be doing one of those like tape things to see if that works with me. Like when I sleep, I clench my jaw. So I'm hoping that's gonna kind of, at least kind of mitigate that a little bit. Hey Joey, how's it going? What is that? Oh no, that's not it. Like I just have the tendency to clench my jaw. Like, so hopefully, like my mom is into all kinds of that kind of stuff. So hopefully that might help out. An appointment about my ADD, but I'm very done having it, having had to travel by train. That I can imagine. Hopefully it went well. Now I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty damn well rested, actually. It has been cooling down quite significantly here, so that really helps with the quality of sleep. Like, I think we've dropped like 10 degrees Celsius. Hey Adrian, how's it going? Oh, hey, we've learned Mystic Boots. More stat stubs orb. So yeah, all in all, I'm honestly pretty pleased with today. Oh, right. Looking at the wrong character there. Gremlin effect. Like it. Nope, okay. Zero thought, only death. If I can at least get loot past like 300 HP, that's gonna be a good threshold. Oh, there it is. Like, I'm still low battle rating, so this is gonna be interesting. Especially considering I can do the tiger thing. Yeah, that is amazing that Armed Fantasia and Penny Blood have already reached the minimum goal. So, okay, so if you guys aren't aware, well, first of all, I'm a big fan of the Wild Arms and the Shadow Heart series. Some of my favorite JRPGs out there. And a couple of days ago, most of the original teams announced that they will be joining forces to start a Kickstarter for a spiritual successor to both series called Armed Fantasia for Wild Arms and Penny Blood for Shadow Hearts. So what I did is I made a little command there. It should be on a timer as well. I just want to emphasize I'm not affiliated with this by any means. I'm just a big fan of the series, and I really want to see this project do as well as it could possibly go. So if you have watched the streams of Shadow Hearts or Wild Arms and enjoyed that, please consider taking a look at the Kickstarter. And I will definitely be playing the games on stream when they get released. Oh yes, hell yes! There is the battle rating up, so that might actually be a very good one to get. Not gonna be. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is a bit of trouble here. Do the same turn? Oh shit. Woo! I forgot he had charm. I completely forgot he had charm. Hey, Softcore, how's it going? And wanted to get the pocket watches, but the pledge amount was around 700 Canadian dollars to get them. Oh, that is a lot. I saw that pretty much the moment the Kickstarter launched. Let me take a look. There was a tier that I was looking at. Like, one of the things I like to do when looking at Kickstarters is kind of see how far they will go with this. So there is a 1 million yen pledge, which is about 7,500. Gets you a meeting with the teams, Armed Fantasia, physical copy, art book, physical OST, vinyl, t-shirt, and same for Penny Blood. But so the 1 million yen tier is sold out. The 500,000 yen tier is sold out. The 400,000 tier is sold out. The 200,000 tier is sold out. I didn't even notice that they had one for Penny Blood individually as well. But yeah, some of the higher tiers have pretty much immediately sold out. Which is kind of nutty. I'm currently looking at, what was it? Not Digital Deluxe, the physical combo thing. What was it called? Combo Physical Deal. Basically just got you a physical copy of both games. But I can imagine that $700 is a pretty huge commitment. I'm really happy to see that the project did well, though. It kind of goes without saying, though, that there is always room for a healthy dose of skepticism when it comes to these kind of projects, simply due to the fact that it is a Kickstarter. So there is always a certain level of discretion needed when approaching these kind of projects, but I'm really hopeful that this will become a little bit more of a success story, and that we'll see a revival of two of the greatest JRPG franchises to have ever graced the PlayStation 1 and 2. Let's see. I want to check something real quick, because I did get a lich. That gets a huge intelligence bonus. Holy shit. Wow. This does kind of motivate me to finally play from a new world on stream. Because we still haven't done that. Tiger Rampage. It's such a cool move. Oh no. Wait, that didn't show any damage. Did that absorb it? Whoa, that's a pretty hefty upgrade. Hey, Helkaketsu, how's it going? Who hit? Mesarthim. Nope. Let's keep basically using the same combinations. That's a pretty decent damage. Ooh, deflect. I'm keeping that one in. That's pretty handy for the final boss of this scenario. This scenario pretty much pulls one of the biggest bait and switches in all of SaGa Frontier. Like, the story is like maybe 15 minutes long. Wait! Thomas, thank you so much for a full year of support. Really freaking appreciate it. Can I get some gifts and riches in chat? My alerts were turned off. I am sorry. Let's see if I can I repeat that? Damn it! Dream Elements, why are you like this? Well, thank you so much, Thomas. I really freaking appreciate it, dude. How are you doing? Now I just need us to will Bloody Roar back into existence. Oh, dude, that would be so good. I feel you on that one. Hopefully this week is going a little better. Alright, time to turn a magical girl into my feet. Oh. That did not work. Plan B. Go nuclear. Vermilion Sand still is such a powerful tool to work with. I am gonna heal up a bit. So far it's going better? That's good to hear. Hopefully it wasn't too rough, man. This tune is such a vibe. I love it. Yeah, wasn't there a general protest going on? Like there were plans to set up less trains across the country in general. Is suffocation. Well, let's see what it does. A butterfly. Oh, it's dead. It's also dead. Let's see, 327, 470 on the Time Lord. Mesotherm is at 359 and 345. That deals with most damage except the trample, I think. But we can certainly try. Like, let's clear this room out and then try again. Oh wait, this is actually good. This is actually good. Kill the Skeleton Knight. He's technically... Can I suffocate a skeleton? It's something we're going to find out today. You cannot suffocate a skeleton. But because it's apparent that and as decision makers take cars to work, it was expanded to the entire country to get them to do something. Fair. That's entirely fair. Man, these are some very good increases that we're getting. Either I'm rolling very lucky on the loot dice, or he's just making amends for not leveling up properly for like the past 8 or 9 hours. It is time to turn a unicorn into my feet. Oh, never mind. Okay, so we have 32 WP, which is... We started at like 26, I believe. At least Rouge's magic pool is drastically expanding. Did I actually give Mesotherm the... Yeah. Okay, that's good. Can I give her light spells, though? Oh, that's the wrong destination. I think it was Luminous Kingdom. Ah, that's too bad. Strangely enough, Lute can learn Starlight Heal. Does he has JP. Nice. Hey, Raycat, how's it going? Is it time for Time Lord Crimes? It is always time for Time Lord Crimes. Haven't you watched Doctor Who for the past 50 years? How's it going, dude? It's going all right. That's good to hear. Hopefully, you had a good weekend. Hey, Fire is Wet. How's it going? Alright, let's see if we can get a bit of a JP boost on my boy Loot. Got him. Well, that works. Nice. Good even number. Don't change a thing. I am gonna poke at the final boss a couple of times to see if we can break through. Basically, my original intention was to do a low battle rank run of this, but it turns out that is incredibly difficult if you don't understand everything that is to understand about this game. So now I'm just kind of poking at him every once in a while to kind of see what we can do and how far we can go. Time to heroically strut into the captain's quarters. Oh yeah. I really appreciate that the game does not elaborate about Lute's father at all. He doesn't become a plot point until this cutscene right here. And even then, it's kind of like, yeah, did you know he killed your dad? It's like, God, I don't know. Did Lute have a dad? Did Lute's dad die? We never been told about that. So now we're gonna go to a secret base to fight a Metal Gear horse. Loot was the turn right, get info, dumped straight to the final boss campaign. Yep. Pretty much. So, okay, so to give you guys a reference to how short this little bit of story is with Loot, he has no fights up until this point. The story is he wanted to get out of town, then he got a ride from a dude. The dude turned out to be a terrorist, and now he's in a boat. And we're in chapter 4 out of 5 for his thing. When we got on the boat, that was the very start of chapter 4, right? Oh, wait, shit. Yo! Okay, that's sick. Hang on. Does this mean that I can bankrupt the economy? Can I actually go to Nelson through him? Yes! Hell yeah. Time to ruin the fucking economy. I still need to get on Elden Ring, but I haven't beaten Demon's Souls yet. the PS5 remake. That game has some very pretty fire. Wait, isn't this the shit? Ah, we can't do the glitch anymore because we don't have the sufficient funding to do that. So let's just... I did not know that I could actually go to Nelson. Just usually immediately progress the story, but... SaGa has something new to teach you every single day. It's kind of that kind of video game. So yeah, we got in the boat, had a conversation with the captain, then we tell the captain that we're ready. Then we speedrun the conversation apparently by pressing A once. I really like the ship design in this game. It's very outlandish. Also, this is just a flying fish. Oh, that's why. Okay, so if I just circle this thing then and press A, then... Okay, so apparently you can advance the dialogue with the analog stick. I did not know that. Learning so much today. That reminds me, did anybody ever bother to translate the MSX Yamato games? No, but they did translate Iblard, which is a hell of a title. Nope. That is unfortunate. Oh, that is a very cool cover. Holy shit. Oh, this is the game where it was super impressive that they even got it to translate because the game didn't have any subtitles to begin with. But look at this. This is very neat. This is a very cool cover. Oh, that's chapter 4. That's Iblard. At least that's what the game is called. Okay, by the looks of it, we're still in low battle ranking, so that might actually be pretty beneficial. I don't know what actually changes, though, when it comes to the battle ranking or battle rating. I don't know what it actually changes to the bosses outside of, like, the predetermined amounts of damage that you receive from certain stage attacks. Like the crane game claws just kind of swooping in. Get the key to the next floor. Oh, before we forget, switch this one out for, what was it called? The fire crystal, which makes you impervious to fire. Well, at least, like, it makes you less vulnerable to it. Hey, Endark, how's it going? And Bruce will just kind of have to suffer through it. He's back road anyway, so that shouldn't do too much damage. I still can't get over the fact that this game is just casually dropping in a horse as a final boss, again. I also can't believe that this is the second game where a final boss just kind of casually turns into a horse. So my sleep cycle is mucked up due to late night issues. Ah, that sucks, dude. Hopefully it will return to normal soon. We've been trying this boss for quite some time, but he is a very tough cookie to crumble. A very tough cookie. But I have... How does Mesarthim have more HP than Loot? How? Here we go. Metal Gear Horse. Only brute force can rule the regions. Fools like you will only understand if it's beaten into you. He has very spiky hair. Which kind of shwoos. Alright, buddy. Let's see how this goes. Does that break the fire crystal? Vitality rune on self, and a vitality rune on self. Hey Wexford, how's it going, dude? Did that break the fire heart though? Fuck. Oh, he survived. Wow. That is unexpected. Ooh. Give it to Rouge. Let's see. I should probably put that in loot. That does some pretty decent damage. How much does Maelstrom do? Ooh, that is quite a lot of damage. Hey, RageFat, how's it going? I'm trying to be a bit conservative when it comes to item or skill usage right now. Employ fate machinations to disrupt machines. Inflict stun. Maybe? Let's see if Vermilion Sense and Maelstrom combine. No. How goes the struggle? So far so good. We're doing over 1,000 damage to a single target, so that's pretty good. Can I actually time leap him? Yo, sick. Yeah, that move. That move does a set amount of damage every single time. How's everybody looking? Who needs it the most? Measure them. How much does she still have? 8. Okay, so this is the last Maelstrom we can do with her. Swoop. There goes the rest of your turn. Oh! This is the last boss of this campaign, yeah. So I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to deal with him a lot quicker this time around in order to just kind of destroy. Hey Empress Chronicle, how's it going? Well, there goes the end of that. But I'll still be able to use that. Let's just kind of go for this, I guess. Ooh, another one. Oh, there goes the rest of your turn, buddy. Whoops. You just attack. Let's just start imploding for now. Nice. The time leap prevents him from taking a turn. So basically every action that he should have on that turn is negated. Let's do a dead end, null blade, time leap. Do I have anything that allows me to... and Vermilion Sands. Let's see what happens. Oh, this might combo. Ah, that's too bad. Bonk. That's a good hefty amount of damage. Let's see. Time leap. Victory rune. And one more Vermilion Sands to top it all off. Let's see how far we can get into phase 2 with this. Because I think we're pretty close through beating phase 1. That's phase 1. That's a lot easier. Okay, the only problem is that Rouge is running on dry, so hopefully we'll be able to learn a few things. Oh, he is fast enough to do the amount of damage that I need him to. That's the downside to the second phase of this, is you're going to run out of resources pretty rapidly at this point. And I don't quite know how much he has in terms of HP, so I'm going to have to be very careful here. I got about 10 turns to solve this, though. Oops. Let's attack. Also doesn't help that he is not sparking as much as I thought he would. Yeah, it might be a good idea to save the rest for later, just in case of an emergency. I can also heal with... Ah, there it is. Head to Wind Rush. That's after you just attack, time leap, and you have a move called... Ah, fuck. Didn't take that into account. Damn it! In that case, yeah, it's still gonna do the same move and then just go on the offensive. Attack, I guess. Ooh, nice. I think triple thrust as well is a pretty powerful move to begin with. Yeah. Let's do that again. Time leap. Let's see if we can combo that. This is a bit of a gamble because I only have 14 left. So I'm hoping this will pay off. Ah, that's too bad. It's still a good 4K damage. Do we risk it? Yeah, let's risk it. Let's see if we can combo it. Man, I am not lucking out with this. I thought the mermaid was a person with a paper bag over their head. Oh no. Let's just mess with him. Let's see. Attack. Attack. Time leap. And you, buddy. We're gonna punch. Or kick. Whatever floats your boat. Wait, what? There was a phase 3? What? Oh, this looks dangerous. Punch, kick, you just gotta believe. Fist of Fury! What a move. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's the end. That's the end. The inevitable collapse of an empire. Oh, dude, I can just do it again. Oh. All right. Eat shit, Tiger Rampage. Oh. I do appreciate that that did very little to no damage whatsoever. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, jeez. Just doesn't stop. Ow. Ow. Why are you always blocking everything I do? Why do you deny me so? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, that just happened. Oh shit. Wait. I'm gonna see if I can... Nice. My favorite moments in this game are when bosses have to load their turns. Why does a mech have a Sonata? Because he's sponsored by Beats. I don't know. But sometimes you just gotta punch, kick, you gotta believe. Jesus Christ. That was a hell of a back and forth. Oh man. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, right. I wanted to see if I can get her to learn Rolling Cradle. Oh. Oh. Oh, so much stuff just gets blocked outright. Like, oh no, you're not getting in, buddy. Your damage is not welcome here. Oh no. Uh-oh. This is problematic. Unless he dies, then it's less problematic. Ooh. Somebody rolling cradle this man, please. Oh. I'm not impressed. The little dink noises, though. What if he dies and there's a face forward? Then we're collectively fucked. Oh boy. Like that. That little tease. I love it. It's just a little moment of hope that just gets ripped away. Nice. Okay, that was a decent turn. Who got hit there? Uh-oh. I forgot about that. Shit. Yeah, I gotta heal him, because if he dies, then that's game over. Uh-oh. Fuck! Come on! Oh boy. This is a roller coaster of emotion I was not prepared for. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. The amount of blocking is kind of unreal, if I have to be honest. Nobody's hitting anything. This is beautiful. Oh, if Loot dies, he dies, but... Oh, I did not expect that. Oh. Oh boy. I feel like we're gonna get Mech Sonata after this, but I'm gonna repair kit my boy. Oh, there it is. Game over. I can't believe how close I got. That was such a powerful attempt. Is there a way to alleviate Mech Sonata's damage, though? Poor loot needs more HP. Poor loot needs more loot. Period. Yes, silence. There. Oh, there you go. More HP. Yeah, I think 400 is a pretty decent threshold to at least alleviate the Sonata. Once you alleviate the Sonata, it becomes pretty decently oh, fuck. Wait, no. This is good. Hang on. I'm gonna upgrade my Suffocation and my Assist for Red Dragon. Oh, jeez. That was a little bit more damage than I was anticipating, to be honest. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Someone keep this man alive. Exactly, screaming kid outside. He looks so annoyed. What do you mean I just got kneed in the face? Oh, we're entering the mist territory. I see. Oh! Hey, Bud Charity, how's it going? T260G is a very good friend, okay? How much does a Red Dragon give? Titus Wave. Concentration 25, Vitality 25. Oh, wait, he gives something else as well. Strength 25. Nice. I appreciate that. I have never stopped gaming, Wexford. Never. Just attack the unicorn. What does that do? Absorb unicorn. Become feet. Oh. Okay, that just did some damage. Oh, Loin. Speaking of the PS1 Gits art you just sent me, I have the high DPI version of that art. Remind me after your stream to look it up and send it to you. The unicorn's weakness is that it doesn't exist. That's harsh, Wexford. That is harsh. Not entirely unfair, but harsh. That makes it slightly more uncomfortable, Loin. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the truth is harsh. Oh man.
Rank up!
Wexford, thank you so much for the 22 months of support. Really freaking appreciated, dude. Can I get some Kevins and Richards in chat, please? Thank you so much. That is very kind of you. It's still pretty awkward, not gonna lie. Why did he suddenly drop so much? Status. Wait, I have an idea. Oh, this might be brutal. Oh, that is gonna be so good. Look at this. Look at this, right? So Tidus Wave did like 2,000-ish damage, right? How much? How is he still standing? What the fuck? Huh? Oh fuck. Oops. Did I lose my red dragon? I lost my red... Oh, but that is actually a lot better. Okay. Reject red dragon, become unicorn. What is the best monster to absorb as a mystic, though? Power kick. Just donkey kick him in the face. Oh, that is the wrong button. No, that doesn't work. At least he's extremely healthy now. I wanted to for Million Sands, but... Wait, did he learn a new spell by casting heal once? Are you serious? With a burst of light. It is very effective against the undead. Yeah. Well, look who it is. Something undead. Oh no. The deflection cycle is beginning. And another spell learned. Jesus. Can you stop? You're becoming too powerful, buddy. Flash Flood. Wash your enemies away with a flood of light. Eliminates all enemies. Oh boy. Also, how has the sound been, chat? Has the sound been good? Because I've been tinkering around a little bit since before the stream due to Windows updates. And I'm really hoping that it sounds decent enough. That's pretty good. You've been muted since I arrived. Shit. Well, that changes the dynamic a little bit. Ooh. I've been screaming nonstop. In contrast to my regular screaming. Well, at least he woke up. Do 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 do. I joined the loud children. Dude, yesterday, I was trying to take a nap on the couch. And for some reason, it was at that exact point that the entire city decided to converge on my location and start yelling at an incredibly high volume. It was kind of ridiculous. Not even. They just all sort of converged on my location and started screaming. There was one kid that started swearing at passerbys that eventually got into trouble with the police, which was really freaking funny. Let's try it again when we hit 400 HP on loot. I think at that point we can survive most of the big attacks. Ooh. Oh, it might actually be a good idea to try to absorb a Valkyrie. Unless it kills everything. Nice. Yeah, I do feel like this is a much better setup than what I had before. This allows me to at least have some offensive capabilities. just normal behavior in Australia. Fair enough. Now I get to see what a flower does. Gets extra concentration. A Cunt on the Wind is a very poetic title. No. I don't know. Does anybody experience this when playing the remastered SaGa Frontier, that sometimes the inputs tend to ghost a little? Oh boy. Big damage time. Never played it? You should. It's a really great video game, honestly. It does make me wonder how many turns or how many... Oh. How many phases does it have? Ooh, boy. How are you still alive, buddy? There you go. Nice. HP up. Okay, might be a good idea to heal up. It does make me wonder whether or not it's going to be a... we're going to be able to defeat it on low battle ranking. Like, I feel like Phase 4 is definitely, or Phase 3 is definitely the easier of the three, due to the fact that you can mitigate most of it just by simply equipping something that deflects bullets a lot. But on the other hand, it might just kind of... This is a Square Enix game, or a Squaresoft game, to be precise. How's it going, Obelix? HP up? Yeah. I am very okay with every increase that I'm getting. 74. One more increase in HP, please. Then we can try again. So basically the way that I'm planning to do this is just kind of throwing myself at the boss a couple of times to see what sticks. Uh-oh. I mean, it tends to happen that people get sick when returning from vacation. Especially if there's something like a temperature difference or something like that. Okay, so we're gonna save it up here. Imagine just going into the final boss fight with very little resources. Ah, nice. So the timer does work. Good to know. Yeah, I can imagine that doing a bit of a hit on your general welfare. hang on just a quick second, noticing something. That's new. All right, attempt number 2, best stream. We got pretty far though in the last attempt, so if the battle rating hasn't gone up and the boss didn't get like a substantially large pool of HP attached to him, we should be able to get through this quite easily. Oh geez, the Panzer Dragoon video is almost at 5K. Good lord. Ready. All right. Just a quick second, chat. Real quick. What just happened? And Fibbin, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys can hear the AC in the background. All right, just got to get through the horse. And then we got to get through the horse. But it is kind of ridiculous. Like, I really want to look into what was cut from this game when they were designing Lute's little story arc, because supposedly Lute is kind of like the last protagonist that you were supposed to be playing as. No, we're still in a pretty low battle ranking though. Yeah, by the looks of it. Like, I know that Fuse was a cut character that they added for the remastered version, but I'm not sure if he is supposedly the last character to be introduced in this game. Because there is like a definite order to all the events as they unfold, and there was supposed to be a big bad. So what we ended up with instead was just an amalgamation of various disconnected scenarios that ended up being one of the more charming JRPGs of its time. Definitely comes with a bit of a manual and a learning curve, though. I don't know if I would have enjoyed this as much as I am doing the remastered if I played the original, which never came out in PAL territories. Strangely enough, the second one did. It sounds like an Octopath problem. Well, Octopath was kind of criticized for the same thing, right? Just not having an overlapping story, which really worked to the game's detriment, because like the mechanical stuff and the stories, the small stories that were told weren't very interesting. So when you're both carried by your gameplay isn't enough to carry the game as a whole. You kind of stumble into that problem of but it was not impossible to reach it. Well, then it doesn't have an overarching story, right? Then it just has additional plot. Because there isn't an overarching narrative to tie the general narrative together. There's only like the pulse game stuff that counts as a... Oh, fuck, hang on. I think I am supposed to use this. I forgot something. Let's put the... I don't know if the harmonium is gonna do anything here. Resistance is stun. Let's put the harmonium here and see what happens. Well, yeah, that kind of becomes a problem in and of itself when a game kind of struggles to hold itself up in a way that Octopath does. I do hope that the intended sequel has a bit of a better understanding of what works and what doesn't. Oh wait, we gotta... Ah, there's Captain Hamilton. I was wondering about her. Let's save up on the Mondo base. But it's kind of a... You kind of get a similar problem with JRPGs when the story is condensed in the last act. You have to convince people to invest the 30, 40 hours it takes to reach the story point. And that's kind of where games like, for instance, Resonance of Fate also does that, where a lot of the story gets ignored up until the final act, and then it just exposition dumps all over you, whether you want to or not. Okay, let's see. Where do we start off with? All right, let's see. Wow, that tremor instantaneously murdered the entire party. Good lord. Two more, I think. Yeah, two more. We got Ricky and we got Fuse. And that doesn't work. I think a lot of people are going to struggle with Ricky's part of the story. Ricky is definitely a huge part where people seem to kind of collapse their playthroughs. Come on, something combo here. Give me like a maelstrom. Yes! How much damage is this going to be? Woo! That was a juicy amount. What if I just start attacking now? Yeah, I don't want to overstay that just yet, so I'm gonna play it a bit safe here, considering I can still time leap. Oh, shit! Wow. Yeah, he's really going all out here. Let's see. I just want you to punch. Same for you. No, wait. Victory. Oh god, this is brutal. Let's see if Mesarthim can actually learn. I gotta keep in mind that I need something to keep the mellow ring up. But it would be really funny if she learns Rolling Cradle from this. Yeah, I'm definitely playing it a lot more conservative in this part. Yep, okay, phase 2. Here we go. What if I Headwind Rush into... Let's see. Let's just Null Blade. And you... Wait, no, not Tiger Rampage. I want you to Time Leap. Then you do a Rain of Life at the cost of 1 LP. Nice. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Here we go. That is massive damage. Good lord. I did that just in time. Let's get her back up. Nah, I didn't combo. That's too bad. Still should do quite a bit of damage. Yeah, I should have enough for one more of that. Okay, so I do need to check something here real quick. Causes an explosion and rain crystals from above. I'm gonna try it. No, that doesn't do much. Ooh! Okay, so that's not enough to actually take him out. Punch. Gotta be a bit more careful here. Nice. The fact that I can still do so much damage without paying cost is very, very pleasant. Or at least for as long as I can do the time leaps. I forgot about that. Let's see, max cure. Okay, about 10 more turns of this.
Rank up! Dump.
Hey, Onk, how's it going? Thank you so much for the 2 months of support. Really freaking appreciate it. Can I get some Captain Riches in chat, please? Thank you so much. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's attack. Time leap. Yeah, okay, phase 3. Let's go. Doing well, that's good to hear. And thank you again for the support. See, I don't know if he has a phase 4, but... I am just gonna time leap. I am gonna gremlin effect, and I am going to Vermilion Sands. Oh boy. Let's Headwind Rush. Let's not attack. I'm sincerely hoping that this will give me enough to work with. Nice! Oh! Oh, that's too bad. The punch is in between, isn't it? Yeah. Still quite a lot of damage. Let's see. Ooh, nice. Max cure. I feel like I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble once we hit that point where, yep. Oh, the harmonium does work against that. Fantastic. Wait, what? 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 No! No! Come on, video game. Come on. What? No. Let's do that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Let's see. Woof. Wow. How much? Yeah, okay. Oh, that was mean. The timing on that couldn't be worse. Jesus. Okay, I have no idea what's going on anymore, but I'm scared. Let's attack one more Tiger Rampage and then hope for the best. Wait, no, I'm gonna punch. Can I still maybe Vitality Rune Time Lord on this? Well, that's the end of Rouge. Woo! Very nice. Can I actually overdrive somebody else? No. That's too bad. Oh, come on. Yep, that's the end of Miss Earthim. This does put me in a bit of an awkward spot, though. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Yep. Okay, that's fine. That's also fine. Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Oh, that's a good thing that I did that. I keep forgetting that I have Starlight Heal in this dude. Please give me the chance. Fuck! No! Dude, that sucks. Yeah, that's the end. Oh, wait, no. Yep, that's the end. Jesus. I don't even know what I can do against that face, to be honest. Like, I've mitigated most of my problems, but that is a lot. Yeah, that's gonna be a grind out for sure. That's gonna be a grind out for sure. Fuck, man. How do people even deal with that, dude? Bum 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 bum. Wait, you're playing Tales of Symphonia? Are you liking it? Always wanted to play the SaGa series. It's a great series, honestly. It requires a bit of a manual to understand the whole thing, but once you do, it's a fantastic series. A tiger rampage. Like, he does a substantial amount of damage with the Tiger Rampage, which is why I wanted to keep it around, but man, that was a bummer. I feel like I was really close on that one, though. Ooh, that is a big increase right there. I love that as a kid and still fun. I like it. And Abyss's combat over Zaciria. And Baziria, which almost scratched the tail's itch I've been feeling. I really kind of miss. Part of me misses the old combat, like the 2D combat from the older Tales games, but the way that Arise handles it is really, really potent. It's really freaking good. It's just like the perfect blend of it. I feel like Graces and Vesperia might be the best middle grounds of that. To be honest, like Vesperia's Definitive Edition introduces manual canceling from the Japanese version, which you couldn't do in the normal one. Arise basically expands on the system that Brazilia introduces, minus the general limitations. So you have the face buttons which switch to different moves, which correspond to different moves, and you have a base set for on the ground and in the air. So you constantly are knocking enemies into the air and then chasing after them. It's quite a spectacular sight. But I don't think anything quite hit that sweet spot as late game Graces when it comes to when it comes to combat systems being incredibly fulfilling. Oh, damn it. D-pad, stop ghosting inputs. Now, Zaciria and Baziria don't have normal attacks and all, so it was more of a matter of finding the right combinations of attacks to put you in the right spot. As a result, though, you can do some pretty cool and insane stuff in Baziria. But most of that is unfortunately limited to New Game Plus. So yeah, it's kind of like a bit of a give and take when it comes to the Tales series. I really like Arise's combat system with the differential between ground attacks and air attacks, but I do kind of miss the more technical aspects of the combat from Vesperia and Graces, where a lot of it came down to execution. Once you start to get the hang of manual canceling in Vesperia Definitive, you basically start steamrolling through the entire game without any issues. But I am going to have to take a little bit of a break because I need to use the bathroom, so be right back. How dare, Loin? How dare? Are you going to take responsibility? Zaciria for me was, in general, was like pulling teeth until the rising up sequence happened. Do do do. Do 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 do. Got on my nerves despite grinding for EXP. That basically sums up my experience with From Mission 4. From Mission 4 was both such a good game and such a terrible experience overall. The maps were super long, you never got that sense of scaling. It's kind of a shame, really. Like, I looked into it for possible later playthroughs. And it turns out, like, all of the really good stuff is hidden behind a very specific set of rules for the optional stuff. So you have, like, these training missions that you can do, and you have to beat them in a certain amount of turn. So, let's say you have to take over Castle Wolfenstein in, like, 15 turns or something like that. So all of the good stuff was kind of hidden behind there, and you never got that really gratifying feeling that we got collectively with From Mission 3, where it basically boiled down to all of the characters just simply going nuclear at a certain point. Like, my favorite moment in that entire playthrough is still during one of the sequences where one of the characters got kidnapped. The boss was moving rapidly towards that character, and Ryogo just opened fire and never stopped firing. For 600 HP on Time Lord. Jesus. Alright, what is a good idea here? Well, the goal of Zestiria is to kind of cleanse the world of evil. That's kind of the whole point of the Shepherd. But it's so lousily executed that it never feels like you're doing something. Plus, they what was her face called? Alicia, I think, gets booted from the party pretty much the second you get her, and she is probably one of the more interesting characters to work with. Because you had these characters that confused together, but she couldn't, so I was kind of curious to see what they would do with her mechanically to kind of keep her up. And I was kind of hoping that you'd get more party members, but because of that armatization becomes such a powerful tool to really really kind of butcher any opposition, because they made a pretty big mistake when programming the armatization animation. Basically, you are invulnerable during the transformation process. So if you time your armatizations correctly throughout the entire game, you'll never get hit ever again. Ooh, lightning crash. That does a plentiful amount of damage. Okay, I think we're entering stat levels that are manageable, to say the least. But I do need to see if someone has, like, extra slots left. Ah, there's the last fire crystal and harmonium. I was wondering where those went. Repair kit. Just gonna make sure that it was the invasion of physical attacks. That I at least have repair kits gathered throughout the party that allow me to to give T260 some backup. It's a cool mechanic, but the wild card nature of the party members you're not using is a major waste. Well, to a degree, yeah, but it also just kind of broke the game mechanically speaking, and it makes every big attack that comes your way like every big attack that comes your way can be easily avoided. And that kind of sucks, honestly. And Giant Seagull, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, it kind of depends what you want from the Tales of games. Definitely, like, Zestiria is definitely the weaker one, as Bazeria just has a lot more to offer in terms of like character development, story, and all that. But narratively, it's better to play Bazeria first. What do you mean Time Lord has 621 HP? Wait, is it like... Hang on. If I switch Time Lord and loot around, does that make... No, it doesn't make him the de facto leader. It still makes it so that if he dies, you have to start over. For so far in that order, I slept on Tales of. I have to rectify that, especially since you watch this channel. I think the only one we still need to play is Fantasia. But unfortunately, my US Super Nintendo died. Are you talking about Bienfu? Well, howdy partner, how's it going? Hey Kasumi, how's it going? The PS1 fan translation is the best version of Fantasia to play. I was kind of thinking about the Mint has this quiet, eloquent elegance about her, but I bet Archie fucks like a tiger translation. Just for the lulz. Now starting Tales of Arise, do enjoy. I had a great time with Tales of Arise. God, that game made me cry so hard at the end. I was well and truly invested in Tales of Arise. What a fantastic game. Magalu and Eleanor. Okay, I did not expect that. Most people go for Bienfu and Velvet. Because Velvet does get quite insufferable at a certain point during the story. But then, what's his face? The kid, Lafayette, really puts Velvet in her spot. It's great. Had to patience to get through Luke. Yeah, that's fair. Once you get through Luke, you can get through everything. That's kind of what Luke is good for. If I have to be honest, like it's the only downside to Tales of the Abyss is that it takes a while to get through to the good part of the main character, and like it's a very rewarding process, don't get me wrong, but at the same time it also really kind of murders a lot of casual audiences simply due to the fact that Luke is kind of an insufferable little dick. Whoa, that is a hell of a level up. What the fuck? Oh, Ash is an asshole all the way through to the end. Right up until the last moment. But what I find so incredibly satisfying, also a good friend of mine, Tark's Gauntlet, did a very excellent analysis of the story for Tales of the Abyss. But what I really like about Luke is just the turnaround that he does. Like the way that his character arc is written from like the snotty noble to like the hero of the story. Not through the necessity of needing a hero in the story, but through the intentions of trying to do the right thing. They take so much time to develop that, and it's such a beautiful process. I think the only downside to Magalu is that her character is relatively underdeveloped for the majority of the story. Like, her behavior does come across as kind of obnoxious up until the point where you start to understand where it comes from. There you go. Like, I think, fuck, what was his name? The dude with the hat. Tears of Berseria. Characters. Melchior. Like, once you get to Melchior's story, you kind of get to the point where that character starts to be developed. The name Savid of the Turbulent Wind. Remember it well. Like, Magalu's character only gets, like, her true arc once you get to the point where you confront Melchior about it. And I feel like that's too late. I feel like that's too late in the story to kind of have it be a satisfying mystery. And as a result, Magalu comes across as incredibly aloof and condescending about a lot of things, but I do find her interactions with a large number of the cast, especially with Laphicet, incredibly funny. Xillia too has a gating problem. In Xillia 2, you have a debt that you have to pay off in order to fully explore the game. So as a result, you're constantly doing mandatory side content in order to unlock new areas. And as a result, the story pacing suffers heavily up until the point that you, where you actually get through that. So it feels incredibly padded as a result of that. I never finished Xillia 2 myself, so I can't really say anything about the story, but especially coming from Xillia 1 at the time, it was a huge step down to really really stay invested. Good thing I ignored Xillia 2. At some point, I need to do a full Tales of retrospective on the channel. On the YouTube channel, that is. At some point. Like, at this point, I'm still struggling to put the Game Republic video together. God, that is such a chore! It's so much! But for that, I want to have played every English translated Tales of that is currently available. Xillia 2 is better. It is better in terms of mechanics, but even that's an issue. You mean with chronology or the chronomancy or something like that? I mean, the combat was better in Xillia 2. In terms of smoothing out the rough edges that were present in the first game, but yeah, Lucre was just way too strong with that transformation ability that he has. Oof. Xillia 1 is far from mediocre though, Kazumi. I'll fight you on that. I'll fight you on that. The combat in Xillia 1 was freaking fantastic, and the boss design was beautiful. It's probably one of the most satisfying titles in the entire Tales of series when it comes to actually interacting with it. Plus, the art style of it was just stunning. The story was a bit lackluster. The story was admittedly a bit lackluster, but like just dealing with the fighting system that kind of matched a fighting game. Like it was probably the first Tales of game that truly felt like it was an RPG with fighting game mechanics, and I really love that about it. Bosses break out of combos in every Tales of, but it's only specific combo paths. You can infinite, what was his name? Gaius? Pretty easily. I forgot what his name was. The dude with the big sword. Cloud. Wrong franchise. Not Elven. Elven was the one... No, that's not the same. I'm also mixing up Shigure. Tales of Xillia. Characters. No, just give me the Xillia. Yeah, Gaius. Wow. I went from not remembering any names to just blurting out the name of a villain from a game that I haven't played in 5 years. What do you think, chat? Do you think we'll be able to withstand the onslaught that we've been dealt? Also, Jude's counter was just really satisfying to hit. Okay, so we need to grind more. I have given up on Tales of mobile games. Every time I get excited for a Tales of game and it's a mobile game, I immediately just ignore its existence. Ooh. Oh, but that is very good. That is very good. Give me that Genbu. Give me that Genbu. Ooh, I haven't seen that move since the first one. I think Red was the only one that triggered that move. I feel like Namco in general has some very unrealistic expectations for most of their franchises, and then just kind of drops the ball as a consequence of that. Like, oh, this game did not perform as well as I thought. Well, then we just ignore everything around it. And it just, like, a lot of games suffered a horrible fate because of that. Oh, Tremor might actually be useful. Probably one of the dirtiest things they've done is they originally advertised .hack GU Last Recode for the Switch as being physical only in Europe. Then they proceeded to silently not release the game at all in Europe and give the collector's edition that was promised to European stores to a US store and then not make any advertisement for it. Subsequently, they also announced that logically Last Recode underperformed because of that. Like, I will support CC2 and dot hack until my dying breath, but that was a dick move. Like, I understand things like Fuga, Melodies of Steel kind of tanking a little bit due to things going wrong in the, due to things just going wrong with, like, the publication, because I think Fuga for the first 2 weeks wasn't available on the PlayStation Store for PS4 due to the fact that they submitted it at the wrong price and they had to change it. So they had to pull the game in its entirety from the store, and as a result, it was like a month late because it had to go through the entire process again. But luckily, they were able to make a sequel, and I'm pretty happy about that. Still need to play it though, because like at the time I had time put aside to play Fuga, and then other stuff came out. Dot hack has been done dirty, and it's painful. Honestly, I'm still really curious to see what Last Recollection is going to be, but after seeing what they did for the 20th anniversary, I'm not super convinced that we're going to get something good out of it. Likely going to be like an art book or something like that. You like the remaster or the original better? For SaGa Frontier, Sobi? I never played the original. This is the first time I'm playing the game. Well, I say first time, but we sunk about 100 hours into this already. I think with 500 HP, we're gonna be just fine against the final boss. What do you say, chat? But yeah, that's kind of the real bummer when it comes to dot hack, is that it's just kind of mismanaged. I think you're thinking of Dino, Zobi. Dino and Voxandra streamed the original, and as a result, I picked up this game. They trademarked, the last thing we know is the Switch release of Last Recode, which is fantastic. Please go buy .hack GU Last Recode on Switch if you haven't already. If you haven't played the game yet, it's a fantastic port. And then they trademarked something called Last Recollection, which is speculated to be the Imok remaster. Hey Kent, how's it going? Like how there's this little Twitch clique of generally retro-focused streamers that all love SaGa Frontier. I really, like, I'm gonna be honest, without, like, Voxandra did a phenomenal video on SaGa Frontier, the Why I Love SaGa Frontier video, I think it was called. And without that video and Dino's playthrough, I don't think I would have had nearly as much fun with this. I've honestly poured my heart and soul into the series. Like, the amount of hours we spend on this channel just checking out .hack games is insane. I think for Imok, there is a playlist on this channel somewhere that is about 200-300 hours long. And that's just Imok, and then there's another one about the same length that is just GU. I still do have to say that I prefer the PlayStation 2 releases of GU over Last Recode, though. Last Recode is fantastic to make it accessible to new people, but it also enhances the XP gain, and the game doesn't scale. So once you hit a certain threshold, you're basically going to be one-shotting everything. Remember way back in the day, my mom picked up this up on a whim at the Babbage's? What is a Babbage's? Is that a store chain? If so, that sounds amazing. Because she thought the cover art looked cool back in like 1997. That is a good reason to pick something up. If the cover art sells you on the game. I like the yearly Shenmue streams. I kind of stopped doing that after the last one lasted like 200 hours and everybody was just kind of sick and tired of me here talking everybody's ears off about philosophies and design stuff. I even had a very short shirt run that was my logo with the data drain. Is having to play 1 and 2 again, and 3 was the only one that didn't play on the PlayStation 2. You're gonna blast through those in no time. The duck races outstayed their welcome a bit. I had to get the penguin. But no, like, I don't think I'll ever do a Shenmue marathon of that magnitude. This is just too much. It's a lot of waiting around. It's a lot of talking about the same things for a very long amount of time. So I've been kind of off and on, just kind of figuring out like what to do with Shenmue. In the sense that I do still really want to finish my full analysis of it. Which is also part of the reason why I asked if you guys would be interested in like long-form reviews on a separate website. Like maybe make like a WordPress thing where I go into more extensive depth on the games that we beat on stream, for instance. Hey Omaru, how's it going? One of the old game stores that got fused into GameStop in the US, like software, etc. Funkoland and Electronics Boutique, I know. We had EB Games over in the UK, I think. But it's kind of the same with like Valkyrie Profile as well. After you do it like 2-3 times, it sort of wears it sort of wears a bit thin when it comes to like the content that is new. Like in games like Metal Gear Solid, for instance, there's always something new to discover. Be it like a small detail that kind of changes your viewpoint, or maybe a codec call that you have never experienced, or maybe a bit of execution that changes the way you understand the game, right? But with a lot of other games that we marathon, like the Tales of series, for instance, we used to do like 3 in a row every year. And that also became a bit of a hassle to do, because those games are very long and very similar. And at some point, I kind of burn out, and then chat burns out. On YouTube? Oh boy, that's, have you seen the length of my average video? That's gonna be a doozy. Like 3.5 hours of me ranting about Shenmue. But I don't know, like, genuinely, I'd love to do a ride out. Oh, that brings me to another bit of an announcement that I wanted to give to you people. So I've been sort of off and on running YouTube for a while now, where I'm kind of like in the background working on videos of things that I find interesting. These include various topics of like, hey, I want a compendium for the lore of Panzer Dragoon. Nobody has done that, so I'm gonna take some time to explore that a little bit. Or hey, I love Journey, I would just want to talk about it. Or this, hey, this cool video game that I've played. Might be interesting for people to know a bit about the director or something like that. But on that side as well, I started a Patreon, and I haven't really been advertising it for the past couple of months now, due to the fact that I don't find my output to be satisfactory to a point where I feel comfortable running a Patreon. So I'm going to be closing down the Patreon after the next video launches. So you're still going to get the early access on the next video, but after that, I am going to shut the Patreon down and just kind of leave it as is, because I feel like I'm taking too long in between videos in order to justify something like that. So as a result, I'll probably have to copy paste my first part of the Shenmue analysis, which is where this announcement actually kind of segued from. And I'll probably just kind of slam dunk it into a twit longer or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, the bottom line is that the Patreon is going to close when the next video launches. So I'm going to put this on Patreon as well and on the Discord to keep you guys up to date. But I don't think my output justifies having a Patreon, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, I used to be Chinese ones. It's relatively silly without context, but back in the 80s, you couldn't have a dual citizenship between Chinese and Japanese, so hence why a lot of Chinese people took on a Japanese name and as part of their Japanese citizenship. I learned a lot about that period of time thanks to Shenmue. Such a fantastic series. I'm still probably one of the 5 people on the planet that was really happy with the ending to Shenmue 3. The only part of the Shenmue franchise that I wasn't happy with was the animation. That was just terrible. Like, the animation itself was beautifully done, but the pacing was so breakneck that it loses all impact. It's a great summary for people that haven't played Shenmue yet, but are interested in franchise purely on a story summary basis. But going beyond that is a bit, I don't know, extra. Already played a better Shenmue? You say that, but the creator of Shenmue actually the creator of Yakuza actually was part of the design team for Shenmue. Hey Neolita, how's it going, dude? It's been a while. How have you been? So one of my most treasured Shenmue moments was actually meeting Yu Suzuki at Gamescom. I think it was 2015. He was promoting the third game, and I got my copies of Shenmue 1 and 2 signed there. Well, that and the whole Dreamcast catching fire on stream debacle. That was also, like, probably one of the most wholesome stream moments. So basically, the decoder chip in the there's like a chip underneath the disk reader that determines the region allocation of the console. So it detects whether or not the region corresponds. And basically that thing short-circuited and set the Dreamcast on fire eternally. Yes, it's burning eternally. So one of the people that was watching at the time was someone that I knew personally. And he was like, hey, if you want to finish this playthrough, I still have a Dreamcast that I can lend to you, but I can also sell it to you for a reasonable amount, like very reasonable. And then the whole community got together to get me a new Dreamcast for the Shenmue 2 playthrough, and it's still like one of my most treasured moments on this stream. Such a wholesome experience. Getting the smoke out of the room wasn't, but it's like the kind of game that once you're in on the thought process, it changes the entire perspective on the game design and the power of it as a medium. Pretty much, yeah, it's one of those games that gets more interesting once you start to kind of delve into the development process. And into the ideas, into the effort that went into it. Like the whole free system, how it is designed is spectacular. Like if you there's a behind the scenes bit where the camera pans past a wall, which is basically just a huge whiteboard with all the different NPCs listed or pasted on there with like a schedule for each character. And it's insane to think about that game was originally developed for the Sega Saturn with that level of detail. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna start this. Do I want to go through this initial phase as fast as possible? Yes, I do. Yeah, this is definitely doing a fuckload more. Holy shit. Like, the initial phase isn't as terrible to go through. It's mostly like the later bits and pieces that become difficult to manage. So I'm gonna save a lot of that for later. Tremor, Vermilion Sands. Let's see. Maybe I can combo? No. Would be really funny if I just skipped phase 1 with this wave of attacks. Oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt. Okay, so how's everybody looking? Yeah, let's time leap that. Vitality rune loot. And Starlight heal self. I should be fast enough for this. Yeah. Cool. Oh, double vertical is starting to do a lot of damage. Good lord. Oh, jeez. I just noticed Time Lord's HP. That is ridiculous. Holy shit. That is a lot of HP. Alright, you sit the hell down for a bit. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna play it a bit more conservative here. I'm gonna max cure though. Because there's 4 whole ass phases to get through. Don't want to overextend. Wow, this is already a lot more. Let's attack. Time leap once more. Mystic boots. G-chain. These have T260, so we can combo here. Ah, man. I was kind of hoping for a combo. Oh, that's good damage, though. That is really good damage. I knew it. Oh! I'm okay with that. Ah. I was wondering where that would come into place. I think ECM just clears him of all the negative status elements. Also, my voice is pretty shot. Oh, man. I want to see if I can Rosario Impale. Is it a good idea to pop that? Not yet. Time leap. Tremor. Vermilion Sands. Man! He shifted completely in the turn order. God damn. That is a lot of damage. That is a whole lot of damage. But is it worth it? I'm gonna try a Swallow Slice. See if that affects. Yeah, might as well just Time Leap one more time. Tremor, Vermilion Sands. Let's see what happens. Okay, there's the Tremor. There's the Time Leap. There is a potential for combo here. Nope. That's too bad. Oh, I forgot about enemy fire. All right, that does damage relative to max HP, if I recall. Okay. So we have one Rain of Life left. That did not do a whole lot of damage for the amount that that cost. Oh boy. That was not enough. Do I risk it? Tiger Rampage. Oh, still 50. I wonder if this actually immediately shifts the turn though, because I'm doing a lot more damage now than I did before. Nice, good block. Okay, the ultrasonic is still a problem. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Okay, phase 3. Hey, Soldat, how's it going? Max Cure. Okay, this is going to be the phase which is the hardest to deal with. Because of that. Oh, jeez. Did he just block everything? God damn it. Oh, he is more vulnerable to magic, though. So that's good. It's a good sign. Also, I have to take a short break in Feed to Fish, so I will be right back, chat. Now I'm back. Seems I'm having some technical issues with the visuals. Oh, I never knew I could do this. Nice. Let's see. And Vermilion Sands. Let's see if we can actually do some hefty damage to this dude. He is quite fast, though. No combo? Ah, there it is. I was wondering when that one was going to swoop in. Let's see. Let's start with a double vertical. Repair kit itself. Time leap. This might be a good moment to use my Rain of Life. Oh, double vertical does 1,000 damage? What? Oh, that changes a few things. Just max cure the mermaid. Nice. Okay, he is at least fast enough for that. Nice. This should do a hefty amount of damage. And it's good to know that double vertical combos as well. How much? 3,400. Nice. Yeah, it's starting to look up. I'm no longer out of resources halfway through this phase, so that's a huge plus. But that final phase is going to be a doozy with the big laser beam that he does. Can I, perchance, give Loot a victory rune for that? And just start using implosions instead. Maybe because it's closer, it has a higher tendency to combo. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh. 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 Please tell me this is the final phase. Okay, I need to pay attention. Chat, help me out. He does a certain pose whenever he is about to hit the laser. If you can help me figure out what that pose is, that would be great. I'm just going to continue to make sure that... Hey, Takeda, how's it going? That we can still take some action. Well, I think it's more that we're whittling him down. So, like, things are just kind of falling apart for him. Ooh, that is big damage for 3 total. Oof. Okay, so I think this is the one where he starts firing a bunch of missiles. Please time leap. Please time leap. Oh, thank you. I think this is the one where he goes full laser beam. Yeah, I think I just have to keep at it for now. The time leaps are coming in clutch, though. Jesus Christ. Okay, I have to make a decision here. Oh no, in 2 turns. Thought it was 1 turn, but it's 2 turns. Oh, that's a miss. Time leap? Fuck. Okay, last turn to be able to do this. Then I have to decide to overdrive or to keep at it. I feel like it's a safer method to do it like this because it guarantees the combo. But on the other hand, I can do a lot more damage than just this. Chat. Overdrive or nah? Just throw my last bit at him and then hope for the best. What do we do? In the meantime, I'm gonna grab some more water. Just a second. Basically, if I overdrive, I get an X amount of turns that I can do free damage, but it also decreases my WP and JP to 0. So I'll be dependent on loot and Rouge to combo him to death, basically, afterwards, if I don't get terminated immediately. So the chances are that I might kill him with it, but I'm not sure because it's not a guarantee. On the other hand, if I time eclipse 3 more times, I can guarantee about 9,000 more damage. Which I'm kind of leaning towards, but there's also like the environmental stuff to think about. So yeah, a bit of a conundrum. So I can do the combination attack that I've been doing. I can do that 5 more times. I can overdrive once and hit him with the Tiger Fury, like a couple of times in a row. But then I'm basically defenseless and he can start attacking, and that is something that I generally don't want. So this is kind of like a decision point. You want to go for the combos? You want to risk it for the biscuit? Not really. I want to guarantee a kill. No blade. So here's the choice. Here's the choice. Right? That's the choice made. Ooh, that is good though, because I applied the victory rune earlier. Watch it just die after this attack. Ooh. That's what she said, Loin. Okay, so double vertical. You're not gonna attack. You're gonna max cure. Our boy Rouge. Time leap. But man, time leap is coming in clutch on this one though. Just imagine like an entire party full of time leapers. You're teasing me, video game. You're teasing me. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. No blade. Time leap. Mystic boots. Implosion. Oh. Come on. That's the last time leap. Yo! No! 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 Game. No! He is part of the trash heap. No! 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 You did not become a bird! You did not! No, that's not fair! Come on! Aw, dude, that hurts. That fucking hurts, though. Holy shit, the bang. What do you mean he did 1200 damage? What the fuck are you talking about? Hey Tom, how's it going? What? What? He gets 3 attacks, nothing gets blocked. Those are some monumental odds. Also, please do go follow up Retrograde Tom. Welcome to the chaos, Tom. I'm dying. Send help. Oh, he's gonna cannon again, isn't he? What do you mean? What are you talking about, video game? What? No. Stop. You have revoked your license to do anything, video game boss. That's an illegal move. That's a very illegal move. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, come on. Yes, do that a couple times. No. He does not have Graviton. And also, if you guys want to see some fantastic retro content, please do go follow up Retrograde Tom. Fantastic streamer. Really chill dude. And plays a lot of very interesting games. Yeah, I'm out of options here. Oh, thank you. supposed to do this fight? What do you mean it has 5 phases? You can just hear Voxandra laughing in the background. You thought it was over, yeah. Okay. That's fucked up, game. That's really fucked up.
Rank up!
Hey, Gypsy, thank you so much for the 30 months of support. Really freaking appreciate it. Gonna get some Kevins and Richards in chat, please. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Welcome to phase fucking 5. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Will you please block the cannon? You have like 5 items to prevent cannon-based damage. Okay, why though? Why all this senseless violence? Oh, Rouge is fucking dead. Come on. Okay, so if he lands, okay, how much damage will Graviton do? Okay, that's not too bad. Come on. This boss has more phases than the MCU. Oh no. I'm gonna put him on cure duty. Oh fuck! Uh-oh. Oh, it's like a random person who gets the damage. I see. Well, let's max cure our little boy here. Exhaustion won't go away though. Gotta get some coffee in ya. He has so many attacks that hit multiple targets. It's kind of surreal. Okay, that's one block. Hit T260. Thank you. Nice. Good block. Miss. Hit. Okay. So he is now gonna do the big move. Does this do anything? It does. Oh, come on, dude. You have got to be kidding me with this. This is brutal. Aw, eat shit, boss. Sincerely. Ah, this is horrible. Good lord. Yeah, at this point, I gotta keep him alive. Uh-oh. Seriously? Really? Repair kit self. And also repair kit. I'm hoping that this hits Meserthim, if I have to be honest. God, I hate that attack. Come on, dude. This is mental. How are you supposed to... Wow. I need a second there. I need a second there. That was... And Jeff Quest, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That was brutal. That was genuinely brutal. What the fuck is this boss? There is one mandatory fight in this entire thing. There is one mandatory fight. Oh, tell me that's the last phase. I had 4 coffees today, didn't do shit. Oh no. Gotta switch to tea. Tea and good vibes. This boss is longer than the rest of Loot Story. Yep. This is... I am baffled. I just can't believe they gave him a kill shot that late into the fight. That's the thing I'm struggling to come to terms with, to be honest. It's not the fact that he has 5 phases, it's the kill shot that does it. Like, you spend a fight completely whittling down, and then at the end you're just left without resources no matter how hard you try. And then you just get destroyed. It's surreal, to say the least. I feel like that's gonna do a lot less once you start to hit a certain threshold, though, so that... What kind of damage is it? Middle finger damage. Oh boy. That was at the end of like a 20-minute fight. With no resources. What the hell? At least now we know that double vertical always channels into... into implosion. Wow, though. God damn. That hurts. That really hurts. I genuinely am now thinking that this game is going to put like, uh-oh. The others not so much. It's partially due to where the character's located. I'm gonna try to fight with loot on top and Time Lord in the center, but first I'm going to have to get through this. Let's see. I'm gonna start Fabulating here. But it might be positional, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's also a lot to take in, so I'll likely end up grinding a bit off cast. Come on, absorb. Woo! Or just straight up kill him. I'm fine with either. Let's Feyblade. Oh. How much boost did Messerthim get from the... Oh, Jesus. "30 concentration, 30 vitality, 30 strength." And it's the same move. Oh man, if I can get that on Time Lord and put him into center, that's gonna be a game changer in that regard. Holy shit. But that fight was a lot. Tom, if you're still here, did you ever play all of the playthroughs for this game? Yeah, we're in Big Daddy territory now. These are the true hard hitters. Don't kill. And there goes the low battle rank. It's unfortunate though. I was really looking forward to exploring low battle rank runs of this game, but I do feel like that is something that might be better for a later run. Damn it. That's gotta be spectacular, though. That's one thing that's for sure. That's gotta be hella spectacular to watch. Doesn't work. Oh, man. Oof. Do 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 do. I feel like generally low battle rank runs in this game are just really interesting to watch because it really challenges your know-how of the game in order to make the most out of it. But jeez, that was rough, to say the very least. Oh boy. Okay, so there is a potential that I might be able to get let's see. Guess I'm okay with that, but I want a Dullahan on the gloves. Hey Thomas, how's it going? Yeah, this is the biolab. Ooh, that's gonna sting. Oh, that's a fucking dead rouge. Well, my brain is short-circuited. I honestly am having trouble believing what just happened with the boss. Like, it feels so freaking surreal. Yeah, the Dullahan is one of the best things to grab in this. That and the dragons. Just a quick second, chat. I mean, we definitely could. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to grind a bit off stream, and then we're going to start out with kitting everybody out. I think that's going to be a very good place to start. Whoop! Schlorp. Um, Oh, look at Time Lord's HP though. Jesus. This is a very good game, yeah. Well, to be fair, if we're this high in battle ranking, might as well start absorbing Suzaku's, right? For the maximum stat boost. Like, if Acelus's run has taught me anything, is that Suzaku's are your best friend as a mystic. So where did I go for Suzaku's? That is basement, right? That's gonna be a little on the brutal side though. Cause holy fuck. Oh. Where does Suzaku at? Are you a bird? Yo! Sick. Okay, so we either kill it or take it with us. In our shoes. Especially since our situation gives her a unique gameplay aspect with the mechanics of the game. I mean, she just basically levels like a normal human, but also stats up with the mystic properties. So if you put 3 Suzakus on her, she automatically becomes really powerful. Like, holy shit, powerful. Nice. Yeah, he's dead. Let's get a max cure in there. Good block. Ooh! We're not going Limit Breaker Time Lord? In what sense? When I don't use something, it's mostly because I don't know about it. Yep. This is the power of gaming. Like this is gonna be what makes me strong. Do. Oh wait, I can make this a lot easier on myself, I just realized. Oh. Oops, you're dead. $700 HP. I think that's the most HP I've ever gotten in any SaGa Frontier run. Oh, whoops. I think someone is gonna... There we go. That's number 2. But yeah, I can make this a lot easier on myself if I give myself some resistance to fire. Okay, we need Hellwing on one more. It's a lightning crash. Oh, didn't know that I got that from this one as well. Watch it hit like on the second try or something like that. How much? Oh, that's a lot less. The block. Watch Mr. Them just kind of run along with every single one of these. Hey Nab, how's it going? Yeah, you meet this Suzaku only at the end of the arcane quest for the shield card, or in the basement of the biolab at max battle rank. The block. Please stop missing. I'm doing pretty good. Been getting absolutely decimated by the boss of this bit. How do you increase the battle rank? Completing fights. The more fights you complete, the higher your skills get, the more the game starts leveling enemies in accordance to your skill points. Now it's just going to be a lot of defending. Wait, why? Time Lord, you suck. Also, just a quick BRB chat. Alrighty, I'm back. Why do you suck so much, Time Lord? Did I not give you, like, the appropriate equipment to deal with most of the situations that I'm giving you? Seriously? Dude, what the fuck? Hang on. Why are you getting hit so hard with a fire crystal? Do I have something else that might add to that? No, not the unicorn tier. That's not the one I was looking for. Bless you, Gypsy. Jesus Christ. Time Lord is like the most useless character right now. It's unreal. Dude, come on. Are you serious? Man, after the whole debacle with the boss of this scenario, I have lost my ability to even deal with this.
Rank up!
Time Lord, don't suck Naro sad.
Yes, exactly, Wasabi. Thank you so much for the 21 months of support. Really freaking appreciate it, dude. Can I get some Kevin Richards in chat, please? Yeah, okay, Time Lord is not getting a boost. I'm done with him. He doesn't deserve it anymore. I'm out of here. He's lost his chance. He's played his hand and lost. I also mostly just want to see if I can manipulate the economy a bit. He's not benched, he is still one of the most powerful casters in the game, but... like, I don't get why he's getting hit so hard by everything. I got Rampage! Oh, sweet. I can do a bunch of really cool stuff now. Hey, Zimberge. How's it going? Ooh, that combos? Oh, that's gonna do dirty damage. Ooh. Very nasty. Oh, that's good information to use against the, considering that I'm probably gonna be, maxing out stats pretty hardcore here. Stop blocking shit. Thank you. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. I don't know what the DCS deck is. The music is such a good vibe in this game. I really like it. I'll probably become like an immortal god by tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's gonna be today. Like, I'm already losing my voice quite badly right now, so we'll likely not see the end of this. Alright, we still have to talk to her. I don't know what the actual stats are for this, but I do have the potential to hit pretty goddamn hard. Yes, we know he's creating a private army. Right, so as long as I don't talk to her, where are you going? I'm going to Nelson. Okay, 9k worth of ingots. Let's see. Okay, so we carry 9k, right? Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, that was just enough to put me over the threshold. I miss Blue's ability to kind of teleport immediately to Nelson. There you go. That's 25 now. Makes this take some extra time. But it does give me enough money to at least buy my way out of a lot of situations where I could potentially run out of items. 1400. That should put me at about 50 gold bars. Ooh, whoops. This is how inflation started damn straight. And I'm making good... God damn it. Making good use of it. This frequent flyer miles. That would be something. Get interest on me flying. Just because I can't stop buying gold bars. 42. That's not too bad. Look at the skeleton go. Every region is coded to have a unique 3D icon on the region map, including regions Blue can never access, like story-based region for other scenarios, making them unused content. Ooh. I feel like there was a lot of unused content within this game. They restored some of it with Fuse, but this game is one of the most extensive articles on Cutting Room Floor Wiki. Highly recommend checking it out after you've cleared every scenario. I will. It also makes me really excited to check out the Live Alive remaster. We're probably gonna skip Klonoa for now, in favor of the Live Alive remaster, and then do Klonoa after. Maybe some Wild Arms after that. Could be fun. There you go. Did you hear about the... Yes. I'm planning on funding it at the end of the month. Or the end of next month, like right before it ends. But if you're a fan of the Wild Arms series, or Shadow Heart series, or if you enjoy the playthroughs on stream, do consider taking a look at the Kickstarter. They've already met their minimum goal and are now moving into the stretch goals. And I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. Shadow Hearts is one of my favorite series of all time. It's such a good RPG series. So I'm really excited to see what Penny Blood is going to be. Like, the screenshots look absolutely phenomenal. Like, just right up my alley. Hey, Resident Kawhi, how's it going? I was wicked excited to see the Kickstarter. Wish I could back more, but it's great to see that it's already backed. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for to be able to back it so that I can get the double physical tier. And we'll definitely stream those games when they come out. From what I understand, it's PS4, PS5, and stuff. I'll have to take a closer look, but I'm really freaking excited, regardless. Well, to be fair, Nab, this is from the same series that has a boss that gives birth on to himself in the fight. So there's that. I need to reintroduce a lot of people to the Shadow Hearts series again. Such a good breaking series of games. Fidelka, Shadow Hearts, and Covenant are just... Same here. Though I will say, like, I've had such bad luck with Kickstarter as a whole. The original Shadow Hearts was in PS1 and it's called Kodelka. Shadow Hearts 1 is on PS2. But I had such bad luck with the eventual like delivery and stuff. It's I guess it means I'm in for a wild ride. It's imagine gothic horror written by H.P. Lovecraft with a bit of anime. And there was a dude named Bacon. And then you get the sequel. And you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to sit down with a game that has some pretty cool stuff going for it. And then in the opening cutscene, Rasputin punches a blimp with his bare hands, causing it to explode. And there is a dog that pretends to be Solid Snake and sneaks around dungeons. Kodelka isn't somewhat of a prequel. It is a prequel. It's technically the first game in the series. It's just that they renamed it after Kodelka didn't quite live up to the success they were hoping it would be. Unfortunately, that game pretty much immediately faded into obscurity. Was also one of the wildest final bosses in Shadow Hearts 2. Not just a wolf, you also get a luchador vampire family that is really into freaking wrestling. And there's a ninja with a giant tuna as a weapon. So just putting it out there. Hey, Miss Vexford, how's it going? There's also a giant talking cat. Kodelka is very cool. Just keep in mind that the game itself is rather slow. So even when you start to understand how it works, it still is a very slow game. It essentially combines tactical RPG with survival horror, and certain elements for the early game work really well, and a lot of it doesn't, like durability and limited ammunition and stuff. But once you get past that, it's phenomenal, honestly. It is really interesting. It just doesn't always work as well. It's very easy to kind of lock yourself into some really detrimental scenarios if you're caught off guard. So multiple saves are kind of a must. I forgot the time I got Shadow Hearts 1. I couldn't figure out what to get in GameStop one day. And I saw Shadow Hearts 1 when I read the back. I honestly had no idea how /what /genre of the game. So I said, what the hell, and bought it? That's a good purchase. I got introduced to the series through Kodelka and the official PlayStation magazine because they had a demo for it. So here's the thing, chat. I am completely and utterly losing my voice here, so I am gonna call it here for tonight. And then we're gonna grind a bit off cast. I'll do the money glitch a couple of hundred more times so that my wealth is infinite and my items are infiniter. And then we'll pick this up tomorrow. Basically, what I'll do is I'll load up Live Alive as well. So we're gonna be starting out with Cube, and so it's gonna be Loot's final boss, then heading into Live Alive. So I'm very excited for that, honestly. But thank you guys so much for being here. Really freaking appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow. Normally I stream... God damn it, Mr. Gas. Don't do me like this.
7.
Don't do me like this. Thank you so much for the 13 months, dude. Really freaking appreciate it. Can I get some Kevins and Richards in chat, please? Thank you so much, dude. Really freaking appreciate it. Now I feel bad for leaving. But yeah, normally Tuesday is like my day off, but because I had to skip out on yesterday, I figured like, hey, let's move it to today. So thank you all so much for being here. I really freaking appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow with more SaGa Frontier, and if you're new to the channel, do consider hitting that follow button. Would really freaking appreciate it. God damn it, Wasabi. Don't make me feel bad. Damn it. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Really freaking appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much for the support, man. And thank you all so much for the support. Really freaking appreciate it. Thomas, your Wexford Beef, Ankh, Gypsy, Wasabi, Mr. Gaz, And Wasabi, again, thank you so much for the support. I had to make it before the end, too. Fair enough. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow, as I said. And again, just to kind of reiterate on the announcement that I made earlier for the people that missed it, I'm going to be closing down the Patreon as a result of just my personal lack of output. I don't think that something like that is warranted for the amount of content that I put out. So when the next video launches after that, the week after that, I'm going to be closing down the Patreon. And thank you all so much for everybody who supported that. I'll see to it that the content that's on there will become available somewhere. Just don't know where yet. And yeah. That's really about it. Thank you all so much for the support. Really freaking appreciate it. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for blessing the ring. Also appreciate that. This boss is gonna go down. I'm gonna check out how far I got though. Because let's be real, I don't trust that boss to not have like 29 phases to go through. So yeah. I'm going to send you guys over to somebody else. Thank you so much for hanging out. Really freaking appreciate it. I'll see you guys all very soon. Until then, stay beautiful. Keep on gaming, dudes. And see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.